The Fashion Week. The Fashion.
All right, what's good? Welcome down to the Fashion Week, the world's #1 fashion pod.
According to my mum and your mum.
Exactly.
And our producer's mum only.
Where we talk about how and why fashion makes us weak in our knees. And, you know, we are your host, Arnold.
I am Lucas.
And today, okay, bro, I just need to know, the guest that we have today is quite special. This
Very
guy,
special.
super busy, you know, super hard to get a hold of. How did you manage to get a hold of him, man? You're full of hookups, you know, Lucas.
I actually just slid into his DMs like a little bitch lah. Easy lah, you know.
So-
Just say, hey,
so you're not
would you
fri-
like to be on our podcast?
So you're only Instagram friends, not real friends.
Bro. We've been tight for a while now. lah. Maybe not so tight, but
Yeah.
we've been close for a while now. Like
Yeah.
Shen, actually, if you don't know, wow, just bocho who it was.
Yeah, I
But
know,
then-
right? Way to give away the surprise,
Yeah,
bro.
sure.
So
Yeah, no.
when you said tight, you know, he looked at us.
Yeah, he's like, maybe not.
So I think without further ado, let's introduce our guest, lah. Okay,
Yes.
he is, you know, founder of Malaysian Streetwear brand LANSI. He's also the owner of Swagger Salon, speakeasy bar owner, Sorry, I completely almost messed that up. The Backdoor Bodega
Hey,
in
horrible.
Penang, man. It makes some noise for Shen, bro.
What's up?
When we say make some noise, we
only make
imagine.
noise ourselves.
Yeah, we imagine we have a studio
Yeah, the
audience,
back,
but we actually don't.
Yeah, man, fuck that. We got a producer though today.
Yeah, I
Thank
know.
God.
I know. So
Okay.
hopefully the cameras roll throughout, lah.
And they don't cut lah.
Yeah, because in one of the last episodes, you know, it got cut off halfway.
Accidents
We're
happen. bro.
running a very tight budget here, as you can see, Shen.
Accidents
So anyway, Shen, hi, how are you, lah?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Thank you for coming.
Coming.
My pleasure, man.
It has been a while. You know,
It's been a long while.
very, very long while. I think for a lot of people who may not know, LANSI, your brand, started in 2010, right?
2009, actually.
2009.
The Swagger Salon in 2010.
There you go. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just before, about the same time as Pestle Mortar.
Yep.
Yeah. So you know that I think that's when I first met you.
Yes.
And yeah, dude, like the brand is still you're bringing back the Swagger Salon. That's a word on the street, right?
It's I took a long break, like a year ish.
Okay.
I mean, to me, it's a long break, lah. Like that's basically a year without any releases and
I think for any brand taking a year break is like
and
a
still keeping the shop open.
is pretty
it's a
ballsy lah.
fucking
So
challenge,
you I guess you're restocking whatever you had or
No, actually.
fuck me man,
Oh,
that's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hang on. Before we get into the juicy stuff, you
Alright.
know, why you're bringing it back and all that,
Alright.
we need to know, because this is a fashion pod, right? The world's #1 fashion pod.
Number one.
Yeah, we need to know what the hell you're wearing today. We kick every podcast episode off with a swag check, bro.
I'm wearing a 6 ringgit t-shirt.
Okay.
Hey, just like Arnold lah.
So we're starting from
Exactly
head
like
to
Arnold
toe.
lah.
I'm down with the 6 ringgit t-shirt as well, man.
You're 6 ringgit. Oh, bad.
Yeah, lah, today I'm wearing a jersey. lah.
Aye.
Okay, so yeah, 6 ringgit t-shirt from?
From my supplier, actually.
He knows what's up.
Nice.
He knows what's up.
Okay.
The quality, man. It's the quality, man.
You
It's
told me
not
it was
the
a
print.
podcast. The keyword was podcast,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. We never prepare anybody for this.
So the video element was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
It was. It is.
Okay, your pants. What are you rocking?
Okay, it's mango lah, mango by.
Oh, mango,
Yeah, so it's a
nice.
bit, it's a bit more proper lah.
Okay, thank you for wearing proper pants.
I know, man.
Not a sarong or something. I know you live close by, lah, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that the table would be like this. Otherwise, I wouldn't care lah.
Yeah. And okay, what sneakers do you come in today, or what footwear?
Proper shoes like Aldo shoes.
Proper shoes. Oh my
Nice.
god.
Aldo wingtip
The
shoes.
day that
Nice.
Mr. Shen gave up his AF1s for
I have-
taking Aldo.
Oh, but do you still rock you know your sneakers?
I do lah. I wore like pink campuses when Nabil they all came to.
Oh, pink
Yeah,
campuses.
So I'm like, okay lah. that's-
Yeah,
Okay,
alright. You
yeah.
got it. You're still alright. Still alright. Yeah. Not too
glasses.
Oh god, glasses.
bad. You're freaking
Uh,
in for one right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
The panic in his eyes.
Where-
I
those-
basically got convinced by a salesman lah to change my specs
my
lah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is number one sucker.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an owl or something. Is it one of those like can
One-
get the same day?
Yeah, but from Penang lah, like
Oh, okay
literally
lah.
lah on the spot. You
Okay.
get it.
Not bad, not
Alright.
bad.
Panties, bro. Your
Panties.
underwear. What underwear are you rocking today?
Oh god.
He's checking.
He's gonna check.
He's
Oh my
putting his hand down his pants right now to check.
Probably H&M lah, I think.
Okay, yeah, fast
Yeah, lah.
fashion.
I H&M from right in front of the counter.
Oh my
The
God.
3-pack. That's where I get.
Yeah,
mine
I'm a sucker
from.
for that as well.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys are fucked up.
30
You guys are
It's
fucked
like
up.
30 ringgit or something for 3.
Yeah.
It's
Buy nice,
value
not,
for
hey,
money.
Buy nice, not twice, bro. You know you got shit cupping your balls for like the whole day, and you wanna get like 3-pack underwear, bro.
So we all clearly
Come
know
on,
who the
man.
fuck boy he is. Yeah, all right. Thank you for that, Lucas.
Thank you, Anna.
Okay, we move on from the swag check
Yeah.
on this podcast to getting to know you better. Okay, so we know who you are, but for our listeners out there who don't necessarily know who Shen is, who the hell are you?
the
What
hell
do
are
you
you?
do to make money, bro?
What the fuck are you doing? in this podcast?
School the kids, man.
Yeah, man.
You're an OG.
I run the Swagger Salon by day, and I run Backdoor Bodega by night. So basically, I sell shirts in the morning and I make cocktails at night lah.
The Swagger Salon. So the Swagger Salon is clothing retail.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Backdoor Bodega is a bar.
Yep.
Is it in the same space?
It is actually. It's right behind the Swagger Salon. So basically, I Chinaman Kao lah. Like
No, that's
Pay
brilliant.
one rental.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Pay one rental, whack the thing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
man. This one straight up.
Okay. Before we get into like the day to day of the Backdoor Bodega and Swagger Salon, take us back to when you first started LANSI, the brand itself.
Yep.
2009. Just about to finish university, I think.
Yep.
So I think that was the whole I need to get a job soon, kind of that whole stress started kicking in, right?
Yeah.
So I remember this cap that I scribbled on 2 years ago in 2007, back when I was still holding the mic on stage lah.
Yeah.
You are a
Not-
rapper.
yeah.
Just say a rapper.
So
lah.
yes. For the people who don't know, you used to rap together with Jin Hackman.
Yeah, once upon a time.
Yeah. Wait, was
Back
it
in
Rogue
the day.
Squadron?
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron, bro.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a bit excited there because it brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, the old man sounding.
I know. Dude, it brings back a lot of memories, man. Like the Raising the Bar days, or even before that, right?
Yeah. Those were before the Raising the Bar days. But the Raising the Bar, I think the very first Raising the Bar was around the same time that I started the Swagger Salon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that really helped the brand
Yep.
a lot because Jin basically invited me over to set up a booth at the very first Raising the Bar.
Shout out Jin Hackman, come on the show.
Shout
okay?
out.
Yeah,
Bring your
kinda
kid
sure.
along.
Bring your
Yeah,
kid.
that's right.
Bring your wife.
Yeah, so basically I think back to the question. So I remember the cap that I scribbled on, a blank trucker cap that I had, which I wore for one of my shows.
Yeah.
Shows, God.
Shows. Wow.
And so in 2009, I just thought that it'd be a good idea to bring back that whole idea of having the word LANSI on a cap, but to mass produce it and try to start a clothing brand. Not really a clothing brand because I was pretty sure that t-shirts, I wouldn't really be good at selling t-shirts because there were so many other t-shirt brands. Not a lot, but like how every designer, when they venture into their own thing, it's always t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I wanted something different, so I thought about caps, and back then there weren't any official New Era distributors in Malaysia, right? So it's either they are really expensive from resellers or they are fake, right? So I wanted to be that in between with the caps. So I made fitted caps, LANSI fitted caps, and I priced them like cheaper than what you would pay for a real New Era.
Yeah.
And I guess that's how I started off the whole thing lah.
Nice. Yeah. And okay, so you ran this brand for a while, and did you at the same time your full-time job was in advertising, right?
Yes, sir.
You were in an agency.
I was.
And okay, I need to know this. I think a lot of people who are doing their own thing, especially entrepreneurs these days, quitting your full-time job to run it, was that scary?
I think it was, at that point, it wasn't so much scary, but it was more towards like the stress. The stress was really burning me up because advertising isn't the most easy job in the world, right? So it was the stress from work and the stress from running the brand.
Yeah.
So it just came to a point where I asked myself I had to pick one. Otherwise, I'm going to jeopardize both, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. So I obviously went with the clothing brand just to give it a
I
shot.
remember those days, man, when he was his office in Mid Valley. He would actually do deliveries to my office in Mid Valley as well. And then we have lunch together.
Yeah.
Like in lunch break that time. That's how I would get my LANSI stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the
Yeah,
hustle,
man.
bro.
That's
like-
the hustle.
Yeah.
But back in the day, like not many people know, but actually LANSI, when I was coming up, was the first like local streetwear brand I fucked with lah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh no, for sure. I
And-
think it's quite a staple in the Malaysian streetwear
Yeah,
scene
man.
for sure. And then you had TAIKOR, and it's very iconic sort
Yeah,
of
man.
prints and stuff like that, right? I would say.
I
you know?
guess. Like
Yeah.
I think I didn't really see it as a streetwear brand because I'm a sneakerhead, but I'm not really a streetwear person, right? You won't see me rocking like Babe hoodies and stuff like that. But I
Not
felt
with that attitude.
Wow, Lucas. That one touch a nerve, huh, Lucas?
but yeah, then but to me it was pretty much more like a t-shirt thing, like statement tees and things like that. So I felt like it was something that a lot of people could resonate with, and yeah, I just ran with that for the longest time. Yeah, and the only thing that's almost like streetwear would be the caps, the fitted caps, because that's basically the hip hop side of me, right? Yeah. So I felt the brand could have been better as a streetwear brand if I myself were more of a streetwear person. Yeah. But I try lah.
So would you consider yourself, like, now after all these years, would you consider LANSI streetwear?
I would, I guess. I
guess.
I don't know. It's because like the people that buy like LANSI and shop at the Swagger Salon, the demographic is so wide. Like you have of course you have the kids, you have like people our age, and then you have people like in their 40s who bring their kid to the shop
to buy stuff.
Yeah, and the kid would not be interested in any of the stuff.
Are you serious?
And the dad would be like, "It's okay, I'll cop it for myself."
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you, man.
Oh my God.
Okay, so like as a brand owner, right? I mean, you've been doing this for a long time, and then, almost as long. I mean, same time.
We have been doing it for a long time.
Pestle mortar as well. Yeah. So as a brand owner, do you like it, or would you rather your brand be put in a box and be part of be under one specific category, say for example streetwear, or would you be open to, would you rather have it be like lifestyle, for example, more general for the masses?
I would prefer it to be in a box, I guess, because but not necessarily streetwear, but yeah, it's better to be categorized somewhat, at least that way from a business point of view. You are more focused in knowing who you're targeting.
Who's your target?
Yeah, and how you put out your designs, how you do your marketing and things like that. So at least there's a demographic that you can reach out to, as opposed to trying to shoot like
So what would you call the category? Fucking cool shit, bitches. Like, would you call
it? God damn.
Shit, yeah.
I would call it that.
Shit that you wouldn't wear around your parents lah.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you worn a LANSI t-shirt to a Chinese New Year dinner or like a family do?
I have. Yeah, one of the tamer ones lah. Not really the well-mannered motherfucker kind of shit. Like, I have left. The tamer ones.
Well-mannered motherfucker.
Okay, so at this point, how many years into working for the agency and still running the brand did you then decide to quit your job?
It was about 3 years. 2 different agencies, 3 years. At that point, it felt like a long time, but now come to think of it, it's only been 3 years, man.
Damn, that's short, bro.
Yeah.
Then how did you transition into, from streetwear into opening a bar?
That wasn't really intentional. That was basically because when I renovated the Swagger Salon in Georgetown, right, I only renovated the front portion because that's all I could afford. So the back was it's in case you don't know, it's like one of those pre-war shop houses. In the middle of Georgetown. So the roof and all that were in a pretty shitty condition, like where when it rains, it still leaks and stuff like that. So after about almost 2 years of running the store, had enough money to fix up the place. So that's when I renovated the whole back part of the bar lah. And this was during one of my trips back to Penang. It was one of my staff's birthday. So it was the 21st birthday. And we wanted to go out to have a drink. And then, we've been living in KL for so long, right? At that point. So I took it for granted that cocktail bars are everywhere in Penang as well.
But they're not.
But they're not. So
clearly.
Yeah, I only know like Mishmash. The OGs, the OG cocktail bar in Penang. And I literally had to Google for cocktail bars in Penang.
Penang person Googling for cocktail bars in Penang.
Exactly. This was in 2015. And then all the results were like City Bayview Hotel, G Hotel.
All the lounges with the Filipino singers. I mean, not that they're not good performers, but I'm just saying.
That's literally the results that I had. So then I thought like, okay lah, since I'm gonna renovate the back, why don't I just make a nice little small bar for friends lah that we can hang out at lah. And obviously I'm not a mixologist, I'm not a bar. I had no experience working in the bar. So it was just a for fun thing. But being this anal designer that I am, you know, a branding, a concept person.
Yeah.
Anal designer. Okay.
Right?
A perfectionist.
I wanted to make sure that if I were to put up if I was supposed to set up speakeasy, it has to be a real speakeasy, right?
Yeah.
So the whole concept, even the name and everything, it was basically with the whole speakeasy thing in mind, where you know you are not allowed to sell alcohol.
Yep.
How to say? It will be illegal, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So what I did was I made pins.
Yep.
Because that was the only item that I found relevant to what I was doing, like the Swagger Salon.
Yeah.
And it's also could be made cheap enough.
Yep.
To cover the cost
yeah.
along with the cocktail, right? So what you do is, I set up Backdoor Bodega as a pin shop where you buy a pin and you get a drink for free.
Yeah, see, this is the concept that everybody hears about. Like, I've never been to Backdoor Bodega. Trust me, I really want to go. But everybody's like, dude, you got to go to that place where they sell you the pins and then you can get the drinks
for free.
I'm like, what?
the hell are you
Why would you do that?
talking
Go to the trouble for it.
Then I checked it out. I was like, oh shit, this
go
is
to the-
Shen's place.
You go through the trouble,
Yeah.
because it's damn cool.
Yeah,
You know, anybody can, anywhere you can order drinks. But
sure.
there's
It's
not
a lot
a
of pattern
single
lah.
place I know of which you buy pin, get a drink for free.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, I think it's fucking
Yeah.
dope. So, but at this point when you started the bar, was this before the boom of speakeasy bars in Penang? Because now they're just everywhere, right?
They're everywhere. It's
Now you don't need to Google already.
yeah, now you don't have
You start
the
to
list will be in your face, right? Top 9, top 10 speakeasy.
Yeah.
It was slightly before. Actually, we opened like about 2 months before Magazine 63 opened. Right, on paper, they are the first lah, because obviously we don't exist up till today. But I think it was a kind of a good thing as well, because when Backdoor first opened, literally no one in Penang drinks cocktails, right?
Yep.
They come in asking for beers, they want their live bands,
wow.
buckets, towels, things like that.
Yeah.
So it was very hard to convince people to buy a cocktail for like even for 25 ringgit at that point.
25 ringgit cocktails. That's cheap
Right.
as shit, dude.
And then I think 2 things happened like after we opened, which was number 1, because we opened in like October. Then Chinese New Year came around. So that was when everybody from everywhere else came back to Penang.
Right.
And obviously these people, they know what a speakeasy is,
Yeah.
they know what
Okay.
cocktail bars are. So these are the exact customers you want to serve. And when they come back to Penang, they know that there's a place like this. They love it lah.
Yep.
Right? And at the same time, all these other new bars, they're not new anymore, but all these bars, other speakeasies started opening up.
Yep.
And I think it helped elevate the whole cocktail scene.
Yeah.
Not elevate, like basically create a cocktail scene in
Yep.
Penang and educate people and let people know, like, yeah, $25 a cocktail is actually quite cheap, guys.
So how does it feel to be the first cocktail bar in Penang that doesn't exist?
I have a pin shop, dude. What are you talking about?
It's not a cocktail bar, okay?
First pin shop.
Come on, man, get it right. Okay, we have to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
today I went on Instagram and I saw on masses that
Very important.
the Swagger Salon is coming back, or LANSI is coming back, specifically LANSI, right?
Yeah, specific.
Yes, bringing it back. So, how long has LANSI not been around?
I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Don't worry, we all notice. We
Yeah,
just
yeah,
quiet
just-
only. We're
yeah.
like, ooh,
I only
don't
see the
say
car
anything.
stickers, around
Yeah, me
anymore.
too.
Yeah.
You never see on my car.
I see it on Lucas's car. Yes, I see the car stickers around.
It's the fucked up side of my car. Kana ram. The sticker is still there. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it's not because of this.
No. Maybe you never know. You never know.
So tell us, man. Tell us about this comeback, bro.
I think the last drop was Chinese New Year 2018.
Oh wow.
God damn. It's
Yeah,
over a
it's
year.
over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think mainly because 2017 was a really tough year, like for business and
Yeah.
on a personal level as well. Like
Yeah.
there was just so many things going on.
Yeah.
And I think on paper, like 2017 was also the first year that the Swagger Salon as a business made a loss, right?
Oh,
So
damn.
I don't know. It could be okay. I still survived lah. So I don't know what went wrong,
Yep.
right? But the following year after that was also pretty tough lah.
Yep.
So I think I was at that point where I didn't know if I wanted to go on. Because I was having like this whole creative block lah.
Okay.
I mean, like, it wasn't really a creative block, but I just got sick of designing the same thing again and again, right? And also, I think I got distracted with Backdoor Bodega. No, it wasn't really a distraction, but when when
Something new, is it?
yeah, it was
Something
refreshing,
new
right?
to do.
So it was like across lah. Like when the Swagger Salon, I struggled with the Swagger Salon, and Backdoor slowly started picking up.
Yep.
And I found like a different avenue to kind of put my brains to work lah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I kind of focused more on Backdoor. Then, so I was at that dilemma where I don't know if I wanted to still continue going on, and if I did, do I design at like the same thing that we're gonna talk about? Do I design for people our age?
Yeah.
Our
Or
age.
design for the kids. Or
Every episode,
The market.
Every
rather.
episode, we are reminded how old we are.
I know,
Our
right?
Age.
Okay, how old are you, Shen?
Our age lah.
Old enough lah. I guess.
Old enough.
I mean, like,
You
okay
need
lah,
to
like,
know lah.
Well, I started the brand 10 years ago, right? I
Yeah.
was like 22, 23.
See,
Okay.
okay lah.
Okay
about
lah.
same
20,
lah,
yeah.
same
About
lah,
the same.
About the
Alright,
same.
okay, fair
Three
enough.
old men again, talking about what's happening in the world.
Okay, so I guess people need to know that LANSI's making a comeback, and when can we expect this comeback?
Over the next few weeks, I guess.
Over the next few
Okay,
weeks.
so we don't know when this episode is actually going to come out. So by the time this episode comes out, maybe
Probably gonna be out.
yeah,
already.
LANSI's probably going to be out already.
You
so-
never know, man. Like, lah.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
okay,
never
yeah,
on
yeah,
time.
It's never on time. Okay, but the most important thing, most important question after this, the LANSI lookbook coming back or not?
Oh.
God lah. You know
Is it going to be
lah.
shot
but-
by Saki Urai?
Hey,
Saki
all,
Urai
all of the LANSI lookbooks are shot by this fucker here. No?
by himself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know
Because
that.
I'm a cheapskate, man. I'm not gonna pay
He's a
someone else to take
cheapskate,
the
he's a
photos.
pervert, bro. Pervy cheapskate.
By the way, Saki Urai, come on the show. Shouts out.
Shout out to Sakurai.
We all know who that is, right? Yeah?
Bring Brandon while you're at it.
All right. So,
So, yeah. That being said, I own the book, the Swagger Salon, like
The lookbook, lah.
lookbook book, lah.
That's a nice one.
Do I want to know
coffee
what?
table
Do I
book.
want to know what you do with it?
It's in the office, lah. It's in the office.
Are there any of the pages stuck together?
No, thankfully not, lah. Thankfully not.
Oh God.
If you need a KL based model, we got one. Our producer is also a model, lah.
That's
Producer.
free plug. Free plug.
plug.
Sunday sins in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess not to take a serious direction or on a more serious note, how do you really feel about streetwear today? I mean, having been an OG yourself, you've been around for a while.
Old. Yeah.
And of course, taste change as we
Yeah.
get older and
Yeah.
evolve, whatever. So how do you feel about streetwear today, man?
I think it's expensive.
Fuck yes.
It never used to be so expensive, right?
No, back then I thought it was expensive. Now I'm
right?
like, dude,
Lucas will tell you that firsthand, bro.
Wow!
Have a look at the wall behind us. The wall of sneakers.
Wow, you're welcome for the set, huh? Or we can do it in your empty ass apartment.
Yeah,
Up
well,
to you.
I'm a minimalist. What can I say? All poor.
Yeah, you're right in the sense that it's just gone a lot more expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
like you talk about retail price of shoes also, they've gone up.
Yep.
I mean, you remember the time where paying $500 was a premium for sneakers.
Yep.
A premium pair of sneakers.
Yep.
We would be paying $250, $300, and we'd be like, you know what, this is a bit expensive. And now it's like $500, $600, $700
Yeah.
retail.
Retail, exactly.
I'm like, and then the collabs come and you're like $800, $1,000 retail. You're like, what?
Mhm.
And then you get the latest Yeezy, which is just a different color, a little bit glow in the dark, 1,300
Yeah.
Mhm.
retail.
It's ironic that are you complaining about this or
I
you
Just
am,
telling
I
us
am.
that he knows all the prices.
Yeah.
No, I am complaining because you know what? I actually buy this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, this guy's sitting here complaining about this shit, but he's the one on StockX fucking buying shoes on release day and shit.
Oh, shit.
Right? Okay, but for you though, I mean, as you've gotten older, do you feel like these prices cannot be justified anymore and you just don't really,
It really depends because like if you're copying it because you think like it's a good investment,
Yeah.
right? I mean, then if you can really make money out of it, because I know a lot of people do, then like props to you. Like I know at least you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
and if you can afford to buy it comfortably to flaunt it, then I mean it's lucky to be you lah, you know. But if you can't, then and you force yourself to basically get into streetwear just for the sake of
Being cool.
and then that's really where the problem starts. And then
Just to flex.
just to
It's quite
flex.
sad, right?
Yeah, and then that's how you get a lot of all these problems coming, like people scamming this, people
Yeah, man.
having fake stuff, and this it didn't used to be like that.
Yeah,
Back then
man.
it was basically you rock streetwear because
You want to be unique. it's your style.
Yeah, and either that or you had
Counterculture.
some sort of relevance to the street culture.
Yeah.
So
And for
today-
you, it was hip hop, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So back then it was graffiti. It was
graffiti.
street art. And right now it's basically just a fashion category. It's no longer
Yeah.
It's no
relevant.
longer something. Like, it's no longer lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have a big problem with when you see in those forums, right? Streetwear Stuff Malaysia or some place where you buy stuff, and then you see these posts. It's like want to buy any hype shit,
Yeah.
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 cash ready, and you see like a bunch of pictures of cash. I mean, I guess it might not be the person, but it's the attitude. Like I have cash ready. Just sell me any hype shit, and I'm down.
And these are 15-year-old Chinese
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
see, look at Sneaker La. Thank God you have not been to Sneaker La, man. You'll be so fucking sad, dude.
Oh my god.
You know what's the problem? Because Nicola always falls on my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And I'm always not in KL
Yeah,
on my
man.
birthday.
yeah.
Man, like I hope this year it doesn't fall on your birthday and you can come down and check out the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Like no
Ranjin,
hate on the
please.
event. I think the event is needed for this.
Oh yeah, for the
Yeah,
culture.
fucking culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, I
scene
wish
and
we
stuff.
had that back then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
damn man, like you don't remember all the times where we didn't have fucking Facebook shit. We had to like go on forums and stuff to look for our shit.
See, that's how old we are. And
Yeah, that's how old we are.
yeah. Again,
Forums.
reminding people how old we are.
But
Lucas,
yeah,
thank you.
It's such a pain in the ass though when
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
people. It's like, I have like 30K, like sell me any of the shoes. Buying a full size run of Off-White. I'm like, like, man, where do you get your money? Man?
Oh, yeah.
How can I get some of that shit?
And you
man?
see kids walking around with bodyguards. Okay, I saw this one
Really?
kid at Sneaker La. I saw this one kid
Holy
2
shit.
days in a row. He's decked out head to toe in Supreme. He's dripping lah, okay? And he
think
had a
it's the Supreme
bodyguard
LV
following
kid,
him
yeah.
around.
Shit.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
bodyguard's like carrying like his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His loot.
Bodyguard / bitch lah, I guess.
Yeah. So okay, it's changed a lot. What can we say?
Yeah.
Designing what we were talking about this earlier. Designing
Yep.
what you like,
Mhm.
or designing for the market.
Yeah. But I guess it's really different. Like I said just now about like being 10 years ago. Like when like we started our brands, right? We were 23, 25,
Yeah.
and then we were designing for people our age.
Correct.
So it was relevant.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we know what they like. They like what we do.
Yep.
And then now suddenly 10 years later,
We're the uncles trying to
we-
pull out cool shit, right?
trying to stay relevant,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
agreed. So I was literally at that dilemma, like with that dilemma in
Yeah.
for the past 2 years, whether I should, just put out things that I would wear, or do I still try to reach out to the college kids and the
College
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
or but
Yeah.
but also I think the difference between now and back then was back then when we started making clothes and all that, it was really about local clothing brands,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That was basically what it was all about.
Yep.
And then now, and suddenly you see the shift, right? It suddenly goes to the Off-Whites, the Supreme, and then somewhere in the middle, Antisocial, Social Club,
Yeah,
that kind of thing. So it's no longer about being proud to rock a
Yeah, man.
local brand anymore.
People are complaining, like, oh man, why is your clothes so expensive? 109, 99 bucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay it. Then they're actually wearing Antisocial Social Club.
Yeah.
Bought a resale at
Yeah.
900
And it's so
bucks.
sad because that's the perception, right? Of
Yes,
local
yes,
brands.
it's basically just perception.
yeah.
Like you rock like
What's a hip brand right now?
You should tell us, Lucas.
I don't know, man.
Stock X.
I don't know. I only wear local brands lah. Shout out obscure, man.
I guess like the hip brands are Off-White lah. I mean,
I guess Off-White. yeah.
Off-White,
Off-White now,
Yeah.
Palace
Off-White,
before
Palace,
this.
I
Or
guess.
even Supreme. I got nothing
Yeah.
against Supreme, but
Mm.
I feel like because the people that are wearing it now, like I said earlier, 15-year-old Chinese fuckboys, head to toe in Supreme, it just it feels like it bastardized the brand,
Yeah,
Yep.
it
And I just
really
don't want to
has.
be associated with like that anymore.
Yep.
Like,
I mean,
right?
look at Supreme. Supreme is not traditionally a high fashion brand of
Yeah.
or fashion brand. Like I don't own much Supreme.
Lucas is wearing a Supreme hat as he speaks right now. You know?
Yeah, it's not tradition. It's like a skate brand, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and the value that it's been put on, it's like it's artificial. It's an artificial value. It's not exactly because it's the highest craftsmanship or something like along the lines of maybe let's say a Cold War.
Yeah.
Where he's an actual a fashion designer, super materials and shit's expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like Supreme to me, it's like a mystery. Like I don't shit on it but I don't own a closet of it because it's just
half a
too.
closet, right?
Maybe just a
Couple of drawers.
1/3. Maybe like 3 caps. That's all I have. God damn it.
Do you have like the Hanes?
Get off my dick.
Supreme tee?
I do.
Oh
Shit.
my god!
I shit.
Fucking plain
Shit,
t-shirts,
you
bro.
you caught me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I admit it. I had black Supreme tees and I sleep in them, okay?
Wow.
All right, sleep in them. They're
That's
nice,
nice
they're
to be
comfortable
you.
and soft. Fuck you.
That's a flex. That's a weird flex.
Do me some Hanes LANSI shirts and I'll sleep in those too. Fuck you.
Okay, so okay, now that you're bringing LANSI back, right? Do you think the stuff that you're gonna drop soon? Do you think you've designed for yourself, or
Yeah.
you know?
There was a lot, I wouldn't say a lot of planning, but there was a lot of thinking and figuring out what to do. But basically, this it's going to start off with a very generic drop. It's basically a kind of a reboot, lah. So
Yep.
it's nothing crazy, nothing to
You gonna give me some basics or?
yeah, it's a lot of basics. Basically,
nice.
going back to like the colorful stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, things like that, and refresh the logo tee and things like that. But whatever the next drop that follows after that would be it's actually a collab, like our very first collab with another clothing brand.
Oh, yeah? Can you
so-
say who it is? Yet?
Sneak peek.
Or give some hint at least.
I'm basically like dick riding them, like, cause they've been on hype beast, like, you know. Like,
Oh.
Okay,
Alright, we all know who it is now.
No, come on, you gotta drop the brand for the pod.
Nah.
We're the world's #1 pod. If you're not, okay, never mind. No, it's the secret, lah.
Yeah, no.
We'll wait for it to drop and then we'll see.
All right.
Okay,
I'm now very, very excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm very
Okay.
excited.
Later you tell me off air. I don't know actually. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out.
don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Dude, I'm so out of touch.
Let's
man.
keep it that way, lah.
I am an old man.
Let's
okay?
keep it that way.
All right, gotta move on. Get to mess with, don't mess with. Now this is a segment where we want to find out, what are some of the brands out there that you're messing with, and some of the brands that you are absolutely not messing with.
Yep.
It can be anything from cars to tech to I don't know.
Porn stars.
Porn stars,
AV,
shows on Netflix that you're watching. We'll start with clothes and streetwear brands.
wow.
Yeah, what are you fucking with right now
'Cause
besides
you're
the
a
6 ringgit
streetwear OG.
Oh,
6 ringgit supplier t-shirt?
besides the 6.
Yeah, besides. I mean, I'd fuck with that too, lah.
I used to wear 6 ringgit, but now I've
No,
upgraded to 8
8
ringgit
ringgit.
50.
Inflation.
Got a
lah, bro.
rebate and all. Yeah.
correct. A little bit thicker, Thread counts higher. All right. So, what
Yes,
brands out there are you like? Are you messing with, lah?
I haven't actually copped any clothing in a while, man. A long
How
while.
long is a while?
Trust me, it's been a while.
Fuck me, man. You don't have to have copped it. Like, if you see on Instagram or you look on Hypebeast or whatever, I mean, if you're still reading Hypebeast, it doesn't even have to be streetwear, dude. Like, anything.
Clothing brands, like one of the clothing brands that I've been following for quite a while would be I Love Ugly.
I love
Like,
ugly.
from way back, I guess. Like, even though they were doing something that was completely different
Yep.
from what I've been doing
Mhm.
with the Swagger Salon, I just felt like they have a very firm direction in what they do. It's very founder driven.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and the founder will always drop knowledge, lah, whether it's through IG or through their newsletters, things like that. It's always them reminding fellow designers,
Yep.
fellow creatives, like, what they can do, what they
Yep.
need to do in order to be at their level. It's not like one of those brands where we're better than you.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was so yeah, it's one of the brands that I've been following for a very long time. They're from Auckland,
Yep.
if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I've only managed to visit one of their stores in Melbourne actually.
Mhm.
But,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
But and another brand that I would say,
MNG clearly because you're wearing some MNG pants right now.
and I'm so sad that they closed down all the
Well,
He by Mango
I'm
stores.
definitely
Oh yeah,
not.
yeah.
So shit, man.
You
Good
can go to
riddance.
Zara, man. I'm pretty sure they got the same shit.
You can
know
go
what
to
I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
Uniqlo.
Right?
Yeah.
Uniqlo and pretty much the same shit, just
Yeah.
cheaper.
Okay, what else? Sorry to cut you off.
No,
man.
it's alright. There's this brand. I don't think it's very irrelevant to me because I'm
Doesn't.
a guy.
Okay.
It's called Pricks Workshop. I don't know if anybody's heard of it before.
Well, I'm a guy, so no.
Drop some knowledge.
Drop some knowledge bombs.
It's basically by this girl, Esther Ng, who's also like from, I don't know, it's just so happened that these people that I stalk on Instagram, they're from New Zealand, right?
Nice.
Okay.
And then they so she had a clothing brand that was for guys, right? When she was in uni or something. So it was called Goodbye Limited. Okay.
Okay.
That did okay, but for some reason one day she just stopped. She just killed the brand, and she suddenly just moved to this bright neon. I wouldn't call it a bikini. It's like a trikini thing. You know, it's like,
Trikini?
Okay.
like those little.
Okay, I have a bit now.
Like it's a one piece lah.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay,
lot
okay.
of all these
Okay.
skanky.
When's your birthday? I know.
Woo! Shots fired. Just hit skanky, bro.
So if we can raise enough money, you know, everyone send us RM1.
Oh,
we
wow.
can get Arnold one and
Ar-
he'll wear it on this pod. Right? What color you want?
Shout out Harvin Skin.
Harvin Skin, come on the pod.
You're borrowing your idea.
Come on, lah, macam.
No, we're not doing that. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So Prix, how do you spell that?
Prix.
Prix.
For Arnold.
Actually, I don't know if it's Prix or is it Pre or whatever.
Pre.
Yeah.
But the rise of this brand has been crazy, man. I literally watched it from like this the founder, like Esther Ng, posting about it for the first time until it is today what it is today. You gotta look it up, man. Like it's like
I wonder if they need male models for Arnold.
they have like the people that rock the brand,
Yeah.
like Ariana Grande to
Oh wow. Okay.
Prix
to-
Workshop, is it?
yeah, what's
Yo.
Justin Bieber's wife's name?
I don't
Haley
know.
Baldwin.
Yeah, it's,
Of course you'd know that.
it's at that level, you know. And
yeah, I'm gonna buy
yeah.
you this, Arnold.
Oh, this is. Oh,
It's
this
actually not bad.
Yeah,
no.
it's nice.
Not bad.
And-
I think producer will like.
Yeah.
producer would.
Producer will probably
Rely
like
on
this. Yeah. She
And
would probably
it's
like
crazy
this.
because it's just some girl that I stalk on Instagram because
Yeah.
she has tits,
Yeah.
right? And then suddenly you see like,
There we
shit,
go.
okay, her brains are probably bigger than her tits.
Oh,
man.
Whoa!
And
There
I
we
fucking
go.
respect
Equality.
that, man.
There we go.
I respect that, and I really
Yeah.
don't know how she does it,
There
but
we
I
go.
really wish that I knew
Yeah.
because it's.
Nice.
I don't know how many followers is it at now.
I don't know, but
Okay.
this looks quite.
Brands that you're not messing with. Any brands out there that you like really don't like?
I don't hate on Off-White.
But you don't like
I-
them, lah.
I just don't know why I just can't get myself to like any of their stuff, even though I really respect like Virgil as a
Yeah.
As a designer.
That-
as a creative.
Dude, that was my second question. Like,
Mm.
I mean, you can hate Off-White, but what do you think about Virgil and Virgil's time in LV at the moment?
I think I mean, like, if you don't look at the controversial things where, you know, he rips things off.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he might or he might not, you know,
It's
because
inspired by.
yeah, like coincidences
Yeah.
might happen lah. But I still feel like he knows how to make use
Yeah.
of the position that he is in
Mhm.
to basically put himself and his
Yeah.
brand forward.
Yeah.
I mean, we forget that pre-Off-White was what? Pyrex. Pre-Pyrex was what?
Yeah.
Bintrill, HBA.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
through some really terrible design shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
to be where
But
he
at
is
least
now.
he's putting out stuff that is not
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because of, you know, maybe it was like something that he picked up from Kanye, or
I
you know,
hope-
the
I
way
hope so.
the way that he's marketing his stuff and putting out his stuff. But okay lah, I mean, I respect that lah,
Yeah.
and I really like
Yeah.
him as a creative person lah.
Mhm.
I just don't know why. I mean, maybe it's the age. Like, I cannot fuck with
Yeah.
loud brands anymore.
Fair
lah.
enough. Yeah. I think it's definitely the age. We're all old lah. Let's just be honest, okay?
You lah, you old lah.
Okay. All right. Because you're a bar owner, what bars are you messing with? It can be in Penang, KL, wherever.
Kohli in KL, because shout outs to Kohli because they
Congratulations to Kohli.
congratulations.
Yeah.
And basically like a week before they were crowned Malaysia's best bar,
Best
I
bar.
I had to like text my buddy Elvin from Taps.
Yep. Taps.
Yeah, to help me hustle some ice cubes from them because I had a competition. I had that whole Jameson
Yeah.
cocktail competition.
Thank
thing.
you, Kohli. Thank you,
Thank
Kohli,
you very
for
much.
for his ice cubes.
Yep.
Yeah, and he won something.
I got to number 2. Number 2 is not winning. Bro.
Yeah, he lost something. Sorry.
Nelly
But
said,
yeah.
"What are two? Two is not a winner."
Two is not. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you guys don't know, Kohli won like Malaysia's best bar, and they have a place on Asia's top 50 bars.
Number
bro.
27.
Wow.
27
This year.
Wow.
Like ngam in the middle of the top.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Yeah, right. No wonder every time I go there, I cannot get a seat, bro. It's,
You never show your blue tick, of course. lah.
yeah.
It's like, do you know who I am?
so it's go in there,
I'm
show my
Arnold Low.
Milk it, man.
Arnold Low. Verified Arnold Low.
Okay, nobody knows me that way. Okay, bars that you are not messing with.
Bars that I'm
Ooh,
not.
here we
messing with,
go.
Yeah,
You gotta share the fucking tea, dude.
call
Like,
some motherfuckers out.
yeah, man, it's been too politically correct already.
Let's see. Magazine 63.
Yo.
Oh, okay.
yo,
It's
yo.
no, it's not. It's really just not my scene. I respect them for knowing how to cash in on the trend, like catching that wave
Catching
before
the
it even
suckers
started. Like they were they're the first to basically cash in on it,
Yeah.
and they're still making money up
Right.
to today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And and I must say, like, because they and basically bars who jump on the speakeasy bandwagon and not really dedicating their craft to cocktails.
Yep.
Yeah, because the speakeasy is almost synonymous with cocktails.
Cocktails,
right?
yeah.
And it gives a bad perception
Yep.
on what a speakeasy should
Yep.
be, and then at the end of the day, when legit speakeasies do their thing, people
Yep.
will be like, "Oh, you see, like this is just another hidden bar."
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Dude, you know
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
what I saw the other day?
Mm.
I saw a halal speakeasy.
What?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What are they
I
selling?
think it's in
Water and juice or what?
like 100% mocktails
Ah, okay,
and
okay.
like cheesy chicken chop.
Where
and
is this?
Shit. Bro, I think it's in Shah Alam. I mean,
Oh,
if I
nice.
guess it's in Shah Alam, it should be in Shah Alam.
Oh, shouts out.
So like,
yeah.
you know, I
So
think
the vodka on the rocks is water.
it's
lah.
essentially water with lemon.
Yo, we gotta let them live.
Yeah.
Let them live.
No, I don't think it's like branded as that, but I think it's I don't think it's branded as a cocktail bar, but it's just literally I think it really was called a speakeasy.
Yeah.
It's referred to as a speakeasy. But I'm like,
But you'd be surprised though. It would actually work because
yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll do fucking well, dude. Like I'm pretty sure it will kill it.
Dolly Dim Sum kills it.
Hey,
You know?
Dolly Dim Sum, the
Yeah.
food's good.
Exactly.
I hate
So-
I hate to say it, you know, being the pig loving Chinese boy that I am. I kind of do like Dolly Dim Sum. And that being
Yeah.
said as well, like I do like this Korean barbecue. I think it's like Koryo or something like
We're
that.
shouting a lot of brands right now.
They
who
should
are-
sponsor us, right?
Correct.
Before we
yeah,
shout.
they're not,
Our
paying
producer
us.
never tell us also.
Okay.
She playing her phone.
So now we've got to move on to the very, very serious questions. Okay, on this podcast we talk
Serious
about money
questions.
and sex.
Sex.
Of course, the other sex. You know. So we start off with money. How much money do you make, my G? My G. Let's call it my G.
how much
Oh.
money do I make
That's appropriating culture, man.
Yeah.
a day, a week, a year,
Let's go by a month.
a month?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go by a year lah.
A year.
Let's go with a year.
So people
yeah.
can keep guessing.
Yeah,
lah.
annually. You know.
Yeah.
How
annually.
much does the Swagger Salon, Backdoor Bodega,
and Shen make, you know, in your part time?
Last year was I have no idea about the last year's accounts because they. Okay, I can tell you my monthly commitments.
All right, okay. Your monthly
Okay,
comment,
okay,
let's
all
go.
right, let's go with that.
It's the first person to answer
I
this.
know,
He's
right?
answering this.
I
I'm so
know.
excited.
I am.
It's at between 15 to 18.
15 to 18 grand.
That's like commitments.
Commitments to run the business.
run the business. Is that with the hookers and blow or
And yeah.
Oh, the rap star lifestyle.
Yeah, strippers,
Yeah.
yeah.
strippers?
Yeah. The hydraulics for the car.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that's a
right.
big
yeah.
flex. That's a big flex.
Not bad. All right.
Okay. And how much do you spend on swag, on clothes?
How much do you
Fashion.
maybe not
In a month.
Like how much do you spend on shit that you flex?
Yeah.
You know.
Flex.
But I don't see you as a flex type of
Flexer.
guy. So
Yeah, I can tell you like the only reason I bought a pair of Yeezys were because it.
Fuck, you bought a pair of Yeezys?
I
Who
bought
the fuck are you?
belugas.
Belugas.
Because
Oh,
I had
okay.
a good hookup. Shout outs to Stevie, my
Okay. Oh,
brother.
Stevie.
Okay.
So he had a good hookup. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's basically I'm a fucking size 12 lah. Like
Yeah. So
What?
you're fucking
yeah, I have a
Bigfoot.
song called Size 12.
Right.
From
right.
like 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
fucking Bigfoot.
Right. So he hooked me up with this pair of belugas that were going for really cheap.
How really cheap?
It was that then like it was 2,500. Okay,
Oh fuck me, that's expensive.
2,500.
But okay lah, not bad lah.
Yeah, guess how much I sold it for?
How much? You sold it?
4,008.
You're
You
fucking joking.
Fucking
Yeah.
kidding me?
Wow.
So the only reason I bought that was
To
because
flip it.
Yeah, it was to flip because I felt like
yeah.
Why
Why,
not?
why the hell
Why
not?
not,
Why
man?
not
Yeah,
lah?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's smart. I mean, but do
Yeah,
you
why
like
not?
flex on Instagram first before you like let it go?
I took one picture lah
Okay, lah, that's enough lah. That's enough.
by the
That's
side of like the table.
Yeah, of course, that's enough.
Subtle flex.
Yeah, just
Okay, now we move on to the other sex. Okay, you married? You know, you have a girlfriend. What's the
Boyfriend
situation?
or-
Yeah.
Are you single for Arnold or?
I'm dating someone.
Okay.
Well
Okay.
done. Well
Yeah.
done. Well
Alright,
done.
yeah.
So okay lah, like that.
She
lah.
model for LANSI? She should. Or no?
Sometime.
See how lah.
Work and play should not. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
It
That's
should
true.
always be separate, lah.
Now, when you go out with a girl, right? Does how a girl dress, does that matter to you at all? Or you're not fast, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
You're not fast.
No, not fast.
Okay.
Not fast. Not at all. No preferences.
Like, what if she dresses like a 15-year-old Chinese fuckboy, what dripped out in Supreme head to toe? Okay, like
I would take pictures, man.
Rob the shit out of her,
Like-
and resell.
okay.
I would, man. I would like.
Yep.
yeah, this is gonna get me a lot of likes.
Yeah. You get a nen out and then put just the Supreme with the Lansi cap.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the idea for your next lookbook, okay? I'll take 5%. Yeah.
This is wow. Okay, kind of regret asking that question.
There we go.
So you wouldn't? Okay, I guess. What are guys or girls these days wearing that doesn't really sit well with you?
Doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah. That you look at and you go, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
like,
going
really?
on here?
You know?
Come on.
It's like
Wow.
Go on.
I don't know, man. Ugly shoes.
Ugly shoes, yeah.
jeez.
I agree, like Arnold's ugly shoes. Yeah, man. He came today in slides and I'm like, he was like complaining all day. Yeah, I don't want to buy slides. I don't wear slides, lah. I cannot buy the pastel motor slides, because I don't wear them. And he comes in motherfucking Adidas
he was gonna listen to this. and
Yeah,
he's-
yeah.
Okay.
He should
Thanks, bro.
disown the shit out of you.
Thanks, man. I just don't feel like I don't need another pair of slides. I already have a pair of slides. You know
Support
what I
your
mean?
own company and never mind. Okay, never mind.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that's you'd wear your own slides, right?
I'm not even wearing my own t-shirt.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Okay, there we go, lah.
Yeah, because.
Loyalty is dead. Lah.
All right, man. Before we wrap this up, we need to know what was your latest cop. Okay, so the most recent thing you spent your hard-earned money on.
Like unnecessarily,
Yeah.
like stupid and luxurious.
Like, I didn't even
Like your
fucking need
course
this.
companions that you bought.
Oh, we need to talk about that.
No,
Your
like
course
that one.
companions.
You have not seen his house. Like you just check out pictures of his his house. Like it's, I think one of those.
You're
really-
overselling it, dude.
Hey, no, dude, you see this one of these tall, high ceiling things. In Pinterest when you go and search nice interiors of apartments, this
Yeah.
place will come up because they are fucking course companions there.
I actually live like right next to you, but the poorer side of
The poorer side.
that area.
The poorest.
Oh, you
side.
mean the Spanish neighborhood?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
The Spanish neighborhood.
Hey, I've never ever heard anybody make your place sound so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god! That honestly, you sold it the best, man.
Yeah.
Should be in real estate.
So yeah, like shit like your companions. I mean, I'm fucking jealous of your companions. Let's be honest here, lah.
You still talking about the core stuff?
Yeah, fuck me.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is not like some cause Uniqlo shit, dude.
This guy hasn't even answered the question.
Exactly.
So, what did you recently spend your hard-earned fucking cash on, man?
Most extravagant spend.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, when
But this was necessary. Okay, it's a necessity. Okay?
yeah, that's what they all say.
Really. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my
You bought a car.
Yeah, my Satya was a bit too.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you fucking bought a car.
No, for sure. Then there's a necessity. Then okay, now
It's a BMW
What do you get, man? What do you get, boss?
Your fire.
No lah. Okay lah. I bought the cheapest BM lah.
Sure.
Wow, dude, that's a flex.
Oh, now that is a come up.
Cheapest or the top end is still a
Fucker
beamer,
from
man.
a Satya, that's a come up.
Yeah.
Cheapest lah.
Cheapest.
Now the next move is to get a driver for that car. Man. Ah.
The back seat is too small.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So you don't
One
want.
Yeah, I'll be like-
series.
Okay. All right, cool.
Aye, that's a good. That's a good.
That's a
cop,
flex,
That's
man.
a good cop.
Yeah. What are we doing with our lives, Lucas?
I don't know lah.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the blue tick lah.
Wow, guys,
I
really.
think you'll get there way before me, man.
Trust me, this blue tick thing is not life changing. Okay? I woke up the next day feeling the same. I still earn the
That's
same
because
amount
you're
of money.
ungrateful, man.
No,
Blue tick.
no.
If I had a blue tick, everybody would know about it. Have you seen my blue tick?
No, verification is overrated, right? Okay. Before we let you go, Shen, you gotta plug yourself, man. How we can follow your social media, where we can look for your bars and your lunch.
No, he doesn't have a bar. He has a pin shop. Get
Your
it
pin
right.
shop, your pin shop.
It's a well-hidden pin shop.
Correct.
You can stalk me on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
shen.pdf, because I'm flexible as a designer
Oh.
and a writer.
Wow.
Why not PNG?
Because PNG doesn't means he cannot write, lah, bro.
I can save my Word document in PDF, bro.
Fair enough. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, but everything else is like basically like the Swagger Salon. 1 O, not 2 O's, guys. It's been 10 years.
Not the Swagger Salon,
Sarun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Backdoor Bodega, the pin shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonderful
And,
pin shop.
Yeah.
Hey, can we do a podcast at Backdoor?
Yeah, dude, we
Fucking,
should fucking
you know
do
what?
it.
We should do a drunk fucking
A
podcast.
podcast there.
Get fucking smashed
Yeah.
and pod. Like, don't give a shit about the levels. You'll be like, ah!
Yeah. I've never been there, but do you have like private rooms there and
Fuck
stuff?
the private room, dude.
Oh, it's
to put it into perspective, right? Backdoor is smaller than your place, Lucas.
Oh wow.
Even better, even better.
Oh, I
no,
like
no,
it. It's
that's
like-
the best.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
dive
dude,
bar vibes.
like, dude,
you know?
let's do a fucking live podcast
Mm.
where anyone can come on and just sit in the chair with us
Oh,
and
God.
get fucking smashed, dude.
You see, here's the thing. I don't really like people in general.
Then what the fuck are you doing here?
Why
Why are you
that's
doing
why
a
we're
podcast?
asking our friends to come, people that we actually like. You know what I mean? I don't want to
his
sit
friends-
there and meet fucking new people.
His
and
customers are his friends. His
mix-
friends are our friends. Therefore,
Yeah,
there we go.
I'm not good at small talk. lah.
Let's hook it up.
Mm.
Or we,
Okay,
or-
yeah,
or
yeah,
we
I
can
mean-
even do it from the store. The store is fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Open to that. So the next time you come down to Penang,
Yep.
we'll work something out. And
Sure.
then, yeah.
Yep.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
Nice.
All right.
All right, Mr. Shen, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us
for
today.
having me, my
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
It's so last minute as well. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
yeah.
This was literally like the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's do it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Really appreciate it. Okay,
Yep.
one last time, LANSI is making a comeback.
Yep.
I think by the time this podcast is out, I think it should be out already, lah.
Hopefully, go cop
Hopefully.
that shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, you can listen to us the Fashion Week on iTunes and Spotify. You
Yep.
can watch us on YouTube as well. It's at the Fashion Week podcast, right?
Yeah, should be.
Is that what it's?
I think so.
I don't even know the title of our own YouTube channel. Yeah, go and smash the subscribe button. Also
Yep.
hit the bell for the updates. You can follow us on
Does
Inst-
anyone actually hit the bell?
Some people do. Some people do.
I don't hit the bell. Do you hit the bell?
I only hit once.
Do you hit the bell? Once was it for girls?
No, it was just like some car. You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, right? Yeah, follow us on Instagram. It's at the Fashion Week Podcast.
You got it right this time.
And Twitter, I don't even know if we signed up for Twitter account yet.
No, we haven't signed up for Twitter. Are you going to manage that? I'm not managing that.
Okay, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram as well. It's at Arnold Low.
With the blue tick.
Yeah, with the blue tick, man. And you can follow me at not Luchas, NOTLUCAHS. Till next time.
Till next time.
Yeah.
Peace
Keep it
out.
swaggy.
Oh my god, what was that?
We're old, okay? Keep it
Swaggy.
Keep it swaggy.
Oh, keep it swaggy, Arnold.
Thank you.
The Fashion Week. The Fashion